I love this little scene with Cassandra. Sorry I missed this with the Andy one. My
Inquisitor,
video got corrupted
I
when this
want you
happened
to
with
know
Andy.
that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
How did you know? Were you
Marriage?
snooping?
Cullen is not hard on the eyes, I'll give him that. But if you
You got
truly
that right,
intend
sister.
to...
We've already done it. We've already done it.
You're
Sorry to
not
disappoint,
proposing
Cassandra.
to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
We actually did though. You missed the wedding. Flustered looks good and your Varric told you that. You missed the wedding.
Cullen and I already eloped.
You did? Here in the palace? Oh, the garden would be perfect for a wedding. Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things. But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come.
I'm super disappointed though that I couldn't invite the rest of my companions to my own wedding. Like, I understand that they were trying to keep it a secret, but of all people, I would have wanted to have gotten some of my close friends like Cassandra. Cassandra and I are really close. I would have wanted to invite her and other people.
All people become
Varric,
the Viscount of Kirkwall. A mystery for the ages.
Cole. Yeah, I mean, all sorts of people I would have invited. Get back here. Got you, Harlequin. I've never actually caught a Harlequin before. Fine, Harlequin. Dexterity +2. Okay, cool. Snuck up behind her or him because of the cutscene. There we go. Is there a different entry with Blackwall? Since he's now a Grey Warden. Lady Montelier. Activity in the Palace. Dorian. Iron Bull. Thank you for the information. We've removed the Venator informant. Ansburg should be safer for Inquisition and Ben Hassrath agents. Encloses the location of the ruins Talus discovered. Oh, Talus, cool. Just north of Halam-Shiral. The obvious magical activity suggests that Inquisition forces are better equipped to determine the nature and magnitude of the threat than our people. While the Imperium's increased internal struggles aids both Canary and the Inquisition, we suggest to keep a close watch. Both sides are likely to recruit allies, and Ben Hassrath intelligence suggests that Navarra is already unstable. Excerpts from Ben Hassrath reports, probably from Iron Bull's reports, which we would not have gotten had it not been for us basically sacrificing the Chargers for the Canary
Well
alliances.
met, your worship.
Well met. This is Varric. Is there one for Blackwall? Vivienne. My dear Inquisitor, I hope this letter finds you well. I do apologize for the tardiness of my correspondence. I have, of course, been extremely busy, but that should never serve as an excuse for neglecting one's most influential friends. I look forward to seeing you again, my dear, though it is a pity we must meet under such disagreeable circumstances as the Exalted Council. It seems we've only just put the mage crisis to bed, and now the Ferelden Benorn is awake and crying for attention. I shall let Josephine give you the details of our upcoming business so that I can instead discuss more important plans of our reunion. Namely, shopping, darling. There is an excellent milliner planning to make the trip to the Dales from the capital just for the occasion to meet us, and, of course, we must visit the Imperial Garden Spa at least once. With affection, Divine Victoria. Very cool. Cassandra in the last few years. I think this is about the same. Cullen in the last few years. Cullen, word is spread from Denham about the summit. Inquisition will attend. The news is half rumors. I think this is the same. Your nephew, Mia. Alright. I think that's the same. OCD! Yes, strength +2. Okay, Josephine, and then Vivienne, and then we can move the story along, I believe.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Oh, very sweet.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
Ooh.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Thank you
Sure.
for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid! I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
I love that expression on her face.
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
I feel like Elle would. I think Elle would.
That was... one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery... and they actually set fire to... Yes, I truly enjoyed it.
Then I call tonight a great success. Oh, look! The encore signal!
So nice.
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any earringing should go away in a day or two.
Alright. Time to go see Divine Victoria. 'Cause I believe that's all that's left, because Dorian is up there somewhere. And we can talk to him after the fact. Alright. Excuse me, ladies.
Orlais is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet.
Dorian.
Inquisitor,
Much love. No,
how long has
hugs,
it
kiss,
been?
kiss.
Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavus is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
I died
Is
in
that
Chateau
sentiment
Haine.
shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Ole wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is the good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Thanks. All right. Where is... Scandalous gossip. Alright. Divine Victoria.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course you are, darling, but that doesn't mean the interruption is unwelcome. The Earl of Redcliffe was briefing me on the current situation in Denerim. He represents Ferelden at this summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
We still come across scars left by the Venatori, but the land continues to mend.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Don't worry, my dear. The Inquisition has the full support of the Chantry at this summit, of course.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Relax. You will make a better impression on the delegates if you appear calm and collected. I must make preparations for the summit. My dear, should you need anything, you have but to ask.
Thank you, your
I'm
perfection.
glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And
I
your thoughts
really
on
don't like-
Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
I really don't like what happened to Ban Tegon. He was so cool in Origins. Ugh, it just frustrates me to no end. He's changed way too much.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais? Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
Uncle Tegan, I read your first letter. Trust Orlais to put up a fight about this now. You've been there before, so I'm not telling you anything new. Send a messenger if you need anything. I'll send someone out straight away. Regards, King Alistair Ferelden. Someone, presumably His Majesty, has drawn a stick figure weighed down by an oversized crown at the bottom of the page. Oh, Al. I miss you, Al. Okay. Let's go talk to Vivian and Dorian. Vivian and Dorian.
As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Tama never wanted any. I swear.
Leave
Oh,
him.
cool.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
I understand. I miss you. I understand, Dorian. I see. I
Tevinter
understand.
needs someone like you.
My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe.
Oh,
I
that's terrible.
received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
So you'll truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend. I won't be entirely without support. Maeveris has gathered other Magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the Magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
I wish you safe travels, and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
I have a feeling that the communication crystal, the sending crystal that he gave us, may play a big role in the next Dragon Age game. I guess it would only be a thing if you were friendly enough to Dorian that he would give it to you. But the reason why I mentioned that is because if the next Dragon Age does take place in Tevinter, I'm almost positive that Dorian will play a role in it, and perhaps if he does appear in the next Dragon Age, that crystal would be a way for him to stay connected and communicate with the Inquisitor. So that might be how the Inquisitor gets involved, or, you know, at least partially, in the next Dragon Age game is through Dorian and his crystal. That's just a thought of mine. Hey, Vivienne.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
This whole thing just seems really odd to me, if Vivienne is divine. This just seems really odd.
I've never heard of a fancy spa serving elves.
Darling, you're the Inquisitor, and I'm the Divine. What Maker-fearing soul would refuse us anything?
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you
There
hear
goes
something?
Sarah.
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken.
Like
How are
just a few
things with
moments
our
ago.
dear Commander Cullen?
Well, things are good. Guess I'm out looking for the juicy details.
Are you digging for gossip, Vivienne? Trying to get me to give up the juicy details?
Merely expressing concern for your well-being, my dear. Someone ought to.
How do you think the conference will end? What do you think they'll decide?
It's all foolish posturing. The nations of Thedas know they can only politely ask the Inquisition to be on its way. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
Did Vivienne have a slightly different outfit this time than she did before? Probably because she's the Divine, is my guess. Oh, there's a random thing with the banana or whatever that thing is that Sarah did. I leveled up by taking a spa day! Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Going to the spa levels you up, ladies and gentlemen. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. I probably will level up out of camera.
Oh, yes.
Let us begin the Exalted Council. We'll lock off spending time with followers. Have I done everybody? Have I seen everybody? Josephine, Iron Bull, Sarah, Cole, Cassandra, Blackwall, Cullen, Liliana, Vivienne, Dorian. Okay, I've done it. Let's do it. Yes. I'm glad that they warn you of that, though.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now, Artigan, as to your concerns...
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
Our goal was to keep more Ferelden citizens from dying, not to seize power.
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. The Inquisition is the only reason Selene still has the throne.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Sister Leliana asked to speak with you in private.
My apologies. An urgent matter has come to my attention. Ambassador Montelier, can you handle this for a short while?
Of course, Inquisitor.
This is highly irregular.
Are we not even worth the Inquisitor's time?
Inquisitor, I thought you would want to see this. A Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
Iron Bull might know since he's still connected with the Canary.
Would the Iron Bull know anything about this? I asked, and he is as surprised as we are.
I thought
He
he's
says
informed,
that if this were an
unless he's
official
lying.
Canary operation, he would know. That suggests we're dealing with a rogue faction. So, what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this? This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Kenari military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how? Deadly mysteries at the Winter Palace. Throw in a Hulla statue and some Caprice coins, and it's just like old times. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around? She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will ask Divine Victoria to call a recess for now. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be. You think that's likely? I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected. This is the crossroads. Morrigan brought me here while showing me the alluvians. I'd forgotten all the colors.
What are you talking about? Everything's all gray.
I wonder if it somehow looks different to elves.
Yeah, this is really cool. I don't know if you can tell any difference between this and during the playthroughs with Andy and Art, but the appearance of the Alluvion world is very different looking to elves than it does to everybody else. The colors are a lot more vibrant, like this tree over here. This was more gray and muted for Andy and for Art. The other thing I wanted to point out is, look, Vivienne's divine mage uniform. It's so beautiful. Yes, on hit, gain 5 guard. Wow, that's great for a mage. Beautiful. All right, let's continue on.
One dead Canary was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Inquisition has an alliance with the Canary. Why would they attack us?
Exactly.
They also have no reason to be here, or using Illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now.
I just wanted the Exalted Council to go smoothly. We must ensure that the Canary do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.